If Nintendo made this video, they would have charged you 10 bucks just for watching that cool intro. Seriously though, there has been an aching pain in my heart for some time now. It yearns for the good old days, back when Nintendo was almost like your friend, back when they were humble. Before anyone says that I'm rabbit hopping on this trend of hating on Nintendo, I'm not focusing on the recent events like the $70 Mario Galaxy bundle, the sudden Donkey Kong DLC, the $10 tech demo, or the Pokemon patent. I'm talking about the character that Nintendo once had, a charm that was developed thanks to the commercials, executives, products, and neat business practices found 1 to 2 decades ago. Charms that I can't exactly attribute to any other company, like Xbox or Sony. But now, they've become Cheapy the Cheapskate! I'm half joking, but the whimsy is a little gone. Without a console in their games, I'm not too sure about what Nintendo has to offer aside from the privilege to live in the same world as their properties. Sony and Microsoft at least have multiple products to interact with and utilize. As for me, I can at least offer my animations to you for free, but my biggest supporters have been keeping me up financially on Patreon by building a puppet Sona and having their name in the credits. So thank you everyone for making my experiments possible. So if you end up liking what you see, make sure you leave a like, subscribe, and let me know what you think about my art. It really warms his heart. They really cheer Bloop up. If you end up hating us, then at least tell us why. I really try. I know I might be getting older, but it doesn't help that the company is becoming a little sterile with how they present their products to me through their commercials. Let me paint the picture. The year is 2005. You have Nintendo and all these game companies looking to fight for the top spot in the video game market back when the only screen in your home with access to the outside world was just a TV. How did they get your attention for their product while you're waiting for Keenan and Kel to come back on? By making a surreal commercial.
Hey, it's me, Mario. Sorry for taking 30 seconds of your time, but check out me cleaning up feces and Link nay-naying all over the place. Oh yeah, and we got a game that you can buy.
These little commercials had a lot of effort put into them up until the late 2010s. For a form of content that is so disposable, these commercials stuck out to me the most from how creative and sometimes a little touchy they sometimes were. Although this Pikmin commercial was just gameplay, Nintendo went out of their way to have a song created just for the commercial, which went on to outsell the game itself. Pikmin 2? They got a lot of people of short to dress up as Pikmin to run through New York City and cause some shenanigans. Probably the scariest day ever for those residents. For the Japanese commercial, they got a little claymation. However, the Switch era was when things started to get a little bit more bland. Breath of the Wild? You are gonna sit down and watch this guy play the game. No CGI, no little animations, no catchy songs, or anything to look back on in 10 years. You better enjoy this camera work and eat your bran flakes, you shriveled chode. Mario Wonder? One of Nintendo's more creative spin-offs in years? You'll just get some unedited gameplay footage with some Adobe After Effects on top of it. Did a tier 2 YouTuber make this? Come on Nintendo, this is just anorexic. Now we just have white voids, and families just having fun in their gated community living rooms. Nintendo would never want to be caught dead with a trailer that is stylized. And I guess if nothing's broke, don't fix it. It's not until you start drowning, and that's when you decide to kick with your legs rather than to take it easy.
Hey, it's me. You already know who it is. Here's a commercial. We don't care if you watch it or not. Just go through Twitter or whatever. We already know you're gonna buy our game eventually. Cute.
It wasn't all Snoozeville until recently. Like during the very beginning of the Switch era, they had a song created just for Mario Odyssey with a whole musical act. The game was just secondary for this commercial. I never felt this proud to be an American in all of my life. This cozy core crap starring you, your significant other, and your friends suck. Get experimental again. These commercials are just becoming infomercials rather than something that will intrigue you. Why are Dorito commercials cooler than commercials for the product that you can actually interact with? You know your commercial is gonna suck dick if everyone is just sitting on a couch smiling. Bring back the Pikmin that are coked up in a glass window. Nintendo, either you bring back CGI into your commercials, or my 3080 and I will start Googling some stuff. Don't think that I won't do it. I already did it with Breath of the Wild just to use a mod. I get that it might be tough to create a whimsical commercial for something that is supposed to be serious, like the Legend of Zelda series, especially Breath of the Wild, but Fire Emblem has done it before. Maybe the older commercials were a lot more surreal to make up for the simpler looking graphics, whereas now, the product can just do the talking, rather than having to talk for the product. Still, it doesn't mean that I can't miss it. Do you miss it? The days of our youth? If you're a parent, there will be a day where you pick up your child for the very last time. This isn't exactly a Nintendo problem. I'm sure other game companies have gone through this route with their commercials, but still, the game company that once prided itself on being fun above all else is now sterile and infertile. It was Reggie that said something like that. Now, I wouldn't be able to tell you anything that Doug Bowser has said. That's the current Nintendo of America president, by the way, just in case you forgot who he is. Eventually, Nintendo will lose everyone that helped make the company more human. I know Miyamoto will die after this video comes out. I don't exactly know where, why, or how. I just know. And the same goes for you. Except I know how. The only people I really know are Sakurai, Iwata, Reggie, Koji Kondo, him, Doug, and Itoi. Several of which are no longer with us, or with the company. Now who the hell is Yoshiaki Koizumi? Hopefully you won't call me stupid for not knowing, but it's hard to remember him when I haven't heard any quotes from him or seen a puppet version of him. The same thing goes for the current president of Nintendo. I had to Google him just to remind us. Miyamoto is out there making movies and building theme parks, while Sakurai is just doing his own thing on Nintendo Speed Dial. It really isn't that hard, Nintendo. Just make these two guys some kind of duo for the Switch 2. Brand them as the Joy-Con boys. Make them a gay couple, I don't know. Just do something before everyone hates the company even more.
Hey, yeah, Mario again. Smash players should be also rounded up and exterminated.
Actually, maybe this feeling is mutual. Maybe this tight feeling in my chest is just the result of years of Nintendo treating me like their dirty little ashtray. It wasn't always like this. Remember the Club Nintendo rewards? No, not the crappy Redbubble accessories. Who the hell would use a Mario Golf luggage tag or Mario postcards unironically? Those are my Nintendo rewards. I'm talking about the top shelf goodies. A Mario hat, golden Wii controllers, statues, trophies, card sets, and backpacks. Now maybe a small amount of you guys got some stuff. Let me know what else they had as rewards. But these were rewards for buying games and consoles and registering them to earn points that he could then exchange. Now I was an unemployed child, so I couldn't do shit! But with the current rewards being bargain bin stuff, I guess I have to spend my money on better things like a new CPU! It's such a shame too! Maybe these old rewards could have justified having to pay $50 for an annual subscription just to play GameCube games, or $40 to play a 15-year-old game. These little bonuses made being a customer worthwhile. I'm sure I felt a little left out when I couldn't get these rewards given my middle-class upbringing. An upbringing that Nintendo has started to spit on. The way that these two former Nintendo PR managers were reflecting on Nintendo's pricing and business practices kinda paints a better picture of how Nintendo sees their products and how they want people like you and me to perceive them.
So, one more thing I'll add to this. We did see, kind of in the last stretch of our tenure at Nintendo, them get really obsessed and fixated on like the value of the Nintendo product.
True.
And especially in the last couple years that we were there, like Nintendo products have immense value. We must always respect that immense value. And this is why you see these things don't go on sale. It's like
right. That's another point. The
value is the value, and we are really like seriously into that concept of respect the value of what this thing is that we have made because it is very special.
This just being something from the magical box that is Nintendo makes it like you're paying like a Nintendo markup.
It's a Nintendo tax. Because I mean, you could also.
Damn. When they put it that way, I'm sorry for tarnishing the value of your products by wanting them to be cheaper. I'll just keep my poor, dirty hands to myself. I guess $20 Wii games are too much to ask for. Or even $30 re-releases isn't enough when they're being sold digitally. I forgot about the internet tariff. Sorry for being so uneducated and poor. I'll just wait until the Switch 2 and its games reach my next offer if you can't settle for 30, 40, or 60. I'll just pay $15 for a VPN! People have already paid the extra $10 for the fact that Donkey Kong Bonanza is a bigger meal. But now they gotta pay $20 more if they want some minigames? What about the Mario Kart World crowd? Are they gonna have to pay extra for some race courses when they have already spent $80? We really can't do anything since we gotta respect the value. Damn! These tariffs got hands! I know I'll be missing out on the wonderful exclusives, like drifting Joy-Cons in this webcam. Believe me, the idea of playing Mario Kart World with your friends online and showing your asshole to the camera whenever you're losing sounds like a jolly old time. But I guess I have to give that up. I remember there being a time when you didn't have to buy the newest AAA or quadruple A game to feel connected to your console, or even an $80 accessory for something that has some color for your console. Something that would have sold me on a Switch 2 was some type of customization. White home screens? Gross! Dirty black shells? Disgusting! Some little trinkets or charms to attach to your Switch would have been nice. Akin to back in the day where you could put official faceplates on your 3DS, colored styluses, or multiple console colors to pick from. I get that I could do that now, but I don't want to go to Etsy to buy something that isn't official. I want a Pikmin charm. I also don't want to wait a year for a unique color to come out. If there can't be anything physical, then how about something digital? Something like Street Pass to encourage me to carry this thing around would make it a bit more fun to use, even if I only have one exclusive game to play. If not Street Pass, then how about themes? Whatever. I guess my desktop can have wallpapers instead. No. Before you Pokemon Go to the comments to call me a disgusting bigot, I at least want to say that the games are still fun. Like my friends and I played Mario Wonder, and let's just say we had a wonderful time. Ugh.
We did it, we did it.
Those years almost around.
My God.
Don't put this in the
That's
video.
what he said.
Why put the dolphin badge on you, fucker?
It came in handy for the race.
Okay, it did for the...
Stop saying that.
What's his name? I'm sorry, I didn't name him. I'm not Nintendo. I'm not Mr.
He did.
Miyamoto.
Yeah. Alright, whoever dies first is gay.
No.
Enemy corpses, ew! Look, Maggie, we're doing the dog. We're doing the bow wow. Maggie, we're good little puppy.
I didn't know they did this.
Oh my god!
Oh my God.
I don't want to fucking go there ever again. Evil ass.
It's the nightmare zone.
However, the fact that I found this game in calm waters comes at a price. I feel no attachment to it. It's disposable to me. Either because I cheated the system when I acquired it, or I'm just not the demographic anymore. Which of course isn't Nintendo's fault. Maybe they know that our inner children are dead, and we can't be pandered to with cartoon characters. You may have been a kid when the N64 came out, and now you can't hold your Switch 2 because of your arthritis. And they know that. Maybe it's just the market that doesn't care for themes and customization. Maybe the return on investment for a stylized commercial, or to run a reward shop was no longer feasible for a growing audience. Maybe it was 9/11. I'm not kidding! Kids Bop is no longer the meta. The mask is slowly slipping off. I'm starting to see them as the Disney company of Japan. Was it something that I said or done that made them pack up their bags up and run? Mister, can you tell me where my love has gone? I'm sorry for being a jaded animations over here, but it's alright though. When Pikmin 5 comes out, I'll forget that I made this video in the first place, and I'll forgive them. See you in 10 years! Thank you everyone that submitted in their doodles and fan art. Special thanks to Monketron for being a Make-A-Wish sponsor. Check out his YouTube. If you want to build a puppet Sona by picking one of my animals or video game puppets, then check out my Patreon.